Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to end the chapter with dreams because that will lead you to the next discussion board where we talk about dreams. I'm not going to ask you too many questions in the class as far as quizzes or the final on dreams, so you can use this as just a fun way to talk about things that we dreams, but I'm not going to quiz you too much on this. Okay, I may ask you what the REM cycle is and deep sleep, but nothing more than that. So just enjoy this portion of the class here. All right, so sleep is the state of partial unconsciousness from which a person can be aroused by stimulation. Cortical activity is depressed, but the brainstem activity doesn't change. So cortical meaning your cerebral hemispheres. There's two types of sleep defined by EEG patterns. There's non-rapid eye movement, non-REM sleep, broken into 4 stages. And then there's REM sleep. That's where you heal, and that's where a lot of the neurons get filed away into the right categories. So the types of sleep, we pass through the first 2 stages of non-REM during the first 30 to 45 minutes of sleep, then move into stages 3 and 4, referred to as slow wave cycle. The frequency of waves declines, but amplitude increases. The EEG, the heart rate, respiratory rate, blood pressure, and GI motility change. Roughly 90 minutes into your sleep pattern, the 4th stage ends and REM sleep begins abruptly. You get temporary paralysis except for rapid eye movement. So this is when sometimes people will wake up during this time and you'll see that you have a demon sitting on your chest or the wicked old lady, and you're just like, you can't move, and you get freaked out. Okay, so that's where you get that sleep paralysis that occurs. Oxygen consumption, heart rate, and breathing increase. Increase can be greater than when awake. Most dreaming occurs in the REM stage. Okay, so the types and stages of sleep. Again, you're awake. Then you have REM, skeletal muscles, except ocular muscles and diaphragm are actively inhibited. Most dreaming occurs in the REM. The non-REM stage 1 relaxation begins. EEG shows alpha waves. Non-REM stage 2 irregular EEG with sleep spindles. NREM stage 3 sleep deepens, theta and delta waves appear. And then non-REM stage 4 EEG is dominated by delta waves. Arousal is difficult. Bedwetting, night terrors, and sleepwalking may occur in stage 4 here. Okay. How sleep is regulated. Alternating cycles of sleep and wakefulness reflect on your natural circadian rhythm, which is a 24-hour pattern. Remember that circadian rhythm that I showed you? Some of you follow it, some of you don't. Okay. So here's a typical progression of an adult through a night's sleep. Stage 1, awake. You could go into REM. Stage 1, Stage 2, Stage 3, Stage 4, non-REM, and then REM. And you're going through these back and forth, back and forth. Okay. So as you awake, again, sometimes you might bypass REM sleep right here and go into stage 1, right? And then after you go into stage 4, you might come back into REM sleep and then drop down into stage 4 and then come back to REM and then REM, REM, and then here. This doesn't mean that you go from wake all the way to REM. You actually go to wake to stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4, and then you cycle up to REM and then come back here. And then from REM you can wake up there. Okay. Importance of sleep, slow wave deep sleep, on REM stages 3 and 4 are presumed to be the restorative stage, so that's how your body restores. So a good night's rest is definitely beneficial. People derived of REM sleep become moody and depressed. REM sleep may give brain opportunity to analyze the day's events and work through emotional events. That's why they always say sleep on it. And when you sleep on it, you might have a clearer thought in the morning. So you don't want to make decisions of buying a house, getting married, or anything without sleeping on it first, because that might have a different perspective on it. Okay. So daily sleep requirements decline with age, but stage 4 sleep declines steadily and may disappear after age 60. Now, again, a lot of these psychologists may come up with certain things. Say I'm sleepy right now talking about sleep. But what do your dreams mean? Again, not all this can mean the same thing, but if you're dreaming of animals, that can often represent the part of your psyche that feels connected to nature and survival. Being chased by a predator suggests you're holding back repressed emotions like fear or aggression. If you're dreaming of babies, they can symbolize a little desire to produce a little bambinos, offspring. Being chased, one of the most common dreams that you have, it means you're feeling threatened. So reflect on who's chasing you. This might be symbolic. If you dream of clothes, make a statement about how we want people to perceive us. If your dream symbol is shabby clothing, you may feel unattractive or worn out. If you dream of crosses or interpret it as being religious beliefs, some see it as symbolizing balance, death, or an end to a particular phase of life. Death of a friend or a loved one represents change, endings, and new beginnings, and is not a psychic prediction of any kind. So if you die in your sleep, like in Nightmare on Elm Street and Freddy Krueger, you don't die in real life. Those are not true. Those are just horror movies. Falling is a common dream symbol that relates to anxieties and letting go, losing control, or somehow failing after a success. Faulty machinery in dreams caused by the language center being shut down while asleep, making it difficult to dial the phone, read the time, or search the internet. Performance anxiety. Food is symbolized knowledge because it nourishes the body, or guess what? It just might be food, just might be hungry. A pizza, you don't have to say, well, I dreamed of pepperoni pizza, and that means something versus having sausage and bell peppers on it. No, it might just be food. Demons are sneaky little evil entities which signify repressed emotions. You may secretly feel the need to change your behaviors. Dreams are sneaky. We talked about that. Hair has significant ties with sexuality, according to Sigmund Freud. Abundant hair may symbolize virility, while cutting hair off in a dream shows a loss of libido. Hair loss may also express a literal fear of going bald. So sometimes you don't want to overanalyze your dreams. It might just mean what it is. You're cutting your hair, you're cutting your hair. You're losing your hair, you're losing your hair. You don't want to overanalyze something, but sometimes it can. Hands are always present in dreams, but when they're tied up, it might represent feelings of futility. Washing your hands may express guilt. Looking closely at your hands in a dream is a good way to become lucid. Okay. Houses can host many common dream symbols, but the building as a whole represents your inner psyche. Each room or floor can symbolize different emotions. Killing in your dream does not make you a closet murderer, so it represents your desire to kill part of your own personality. Marriage may be a literal desire to wed or a merging of the feminine and masculine parts of your psyche. Missing a flight or any other kind of transportation, revealing frustration over missing important opportunities in life. It's most common when you're struggling to make a big decision. Money can symbolize self-worth. If you dream of exchanging money, it may show that you're anticipating some changes in your life. Mountains are obstacles, so to dream of successfully climbing a mountain can reveal a true feeling of achievement. Nudity is one of the most common dream symbols, revealing your true self to others. You may feel very vulnerable and exposed to others. Being naked in front of class is a very common one, where you have fear of rejection, fear of acceptance. Showing off your nudity may suggest sexual urges or a desire for recognition. People are reflections of your own psyche and may demonstrate specific aspects of your own personality. So if you dream of Brad Pitt, there might be characteristics of Brad Pitt that you may want to be like. Radios and TVs can symbolize communication channels. Roads, aside from the literal manifestations, convey the direction in your life. Schools are common dream symbols in children and teenagers, but what about dreaming of school and adulthood? You may display a need to know and understand yourself. Sex dreams can symbolize intimacy and little desire for sex, or may demonstrate the unification of unconscious emotions with conscious cognition, showing a new awareness and personal growth. So, young teenage boys dream about that all the time. Teachers, aside from being little manifestations of people, can represent authority figures with the power to enlighten you. Teeth are common dream symbols, so dreaming of losing your teeth may mark a fear of getting old or being unattractive to others. So you're very self-conscious and you really care about what others think of you. So being nude, losing your teeth, you're really worried about how others perceive you. Being trapped physically in a common nightmare theme, reflecting your real life inability to escape or make the right choice. Flying in a dream is probably what you want to achieve. Now, if that's what you want to achieve, where you have control of your life, control of your situation. Now, let's say you fly, but then you get caught in the power lines. Well, that could be frustrating as well. So you're almost there, but now again, high flying is one of the most euphoric dreams imaginable. Now, that's obviously if you're not taking any extracurricular drugs to get that way as well. Now, if you're flying after taking some shrooms or LSD, then that's a different one. But if you can fly in your dreams, that's the ultimate goal. Basically, you have control of your life, control of your situation, and you don't care if you get a 14 out of 15 on a quiz or a 9 out of 10. You got control of your life, and you say, Patel, I got this. I'm flying all over you right now while I look at your puny little hair there, right there, right? The end.